Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing for a moment of silence.
From Homestead Media, this is HHS In-Depth. Coming up today on HHS In-Depth, Homestead Principal Mr. Swinford sits down to discuss his thoughts on the new school year.
Plus, we'll tell you about Interact Club's food initiative at lunch, helping turn waste into feeding those in need.
Later, we'll address the new bathroom rules taking place during lunch.
And later, I'll have your weekend forecast, including what to expect for tomorrow night's football game.
All that and so much more
on today's HHS In-Depth.
Hello, Homestead. It's Thursday, August 20th, and thank you for joining us today on HHS In-Depth. I'm Emma Newberry.
And I'm Taylor Diamond. And Emma, this year, I'm so excited to be a senior with all the new experiences that come with it.
I definitely agree. I love the senior experience layout and having all this freedom. And speaking of the new year, last year was Mr. Swinford's first year as Homestead Principal. I got the chance to sit down with him and see what he's learned about the school in the past year and how his experiences shaped his outlook for the 2026-27 school year.
I've learned that even though Homestead is 2,400 kids, large staff, there's still something for everybody. And that was the cool thing. And I didn't realize all the opportunities that Homestead and Southwest Allen can give to the students and the families. And now being here, it's pretty cool. We have opportunities here for kids that other schools only dream of being able to offer. And that was a realization pretty quick that this place is pretty special.
Schools can be a difficult place to navigate, but to make Homestead the best it can be, everyone needs to do their part and make their voices heard.
The golden rule, treating others as you want to be treated, and using your voice and advocating for yourself and talking to adults, talking to your friends, because we can't read minds and we want kids to get off on the right foot or finish on the right foot. Just using your voice and then using your powers for good and not evil.
This year, Mr. Swinford has some new goals in mind to help make his second year a successful one.
My goals for any high school that I've been principal at have really never changed and didn't change here at Homestead because, I want kids' voice to be heard, I want them to be involved, and I want them to graduate. And in the meantime, I want kids to have fun, and do some things after school, do some things with them during the day that bring school spirit to this place.
And finally, he shared 3 expectations he has for students heading into the new school year.
Be here and be on time. I should put be on time as well. Do your best because that's all anybody can ever ask of you guys. And then the golden rule, which is treat others as you want to be treated.
And now we go beyond Homestead.
In international news, a 30-year-old American tourist was killed by a lightning strike while hiking on Italy's Mount Etna this past Sunday. Authorities say the woman had entered into an area closed to hikers when a powerful thunderstorm moved across the active volcano. Emergency crews reached her by helicopter, but she later died at a nearby hospital. Elevation can bring sudden and dangerous changes in weather, especially in exposed areas above the tree line. In state news, after days of severe storms and historic flooding across central Indiana, conditions are finally improving as floodwaters begin to recede. The storms left 7 people dead while damaging homes, roads, and bridges, and forcing hundreds of evacuations and rescues. At the peak of the storms, nearly 300,000 utility customers statewide were without power. President Trump had approved federal disaster assistance to help Indiana communities recover from the widespread damage. Stick around, more HHS In-Depth is still to come.
What are Flex Days? Flex Days are specific dates designated by the Indiana Department of Education for SAC staff to dedicate to professional development while SAC students get to take the day off. These days are few and far between, so enjoy your time off and relax, Spartans.
Welcome back to HHS In-Depth.
Over the summer, Homestead student and boys soccer player Drew Saddington tragically passed away in a car accident during a driver's education lesson. Last Saturday, the Homestead boys soccer team honored Drew with a presentation of his jersey, a moment of silence, and a black armband worn throughout their match. Their opponent Penn also showed its support by bringing sympathy cards and flowers. Later that day, a color run and a cookout were held in Drew's honor to raise money for the Saddington family. Our thoughts remain with Drew's family, friends, and everyone impacted by his loss.
Interact Club is bringing back its food rescue initiative, and it's easy to get involved if you are a student who eats lunch in the cafeteria. All you need to do is simply place any uneaten fruit or vegetables in one of the 4 bins around the cafeteria. All donated food will go to the Fort Wayne Rescue Mission, turning something you might throw away into part of someone else's next meal.
A new bathroom policy is being introduced during lunches at Homestead, limiting restrooms to 3 students at a time and requiring bags to be left outside. Administrators say the changes are intended to keep bathrooms organized and ensure they're being used appropriately. Principal Swinford offered some advice on how students can make the most out of their lunchtime under the new policy.
Use it before you get there. If it's an emergency, we'll always let you. But if you've noticed, and I've kind of noticed as the year has started, everybody's got to use it when the lunch starts. If you can wait, go get your lunch, sit down, and then usually there's not a line at all. So kind of pick your times. Kids are starting to figure out when the best times are, and that would be the biggest advice, is just use it before you get there, and then kind of watch the restrooms during the lunch when it's open.
As the new rule takes effect, students are encouraged to plan ahead and follow the guidelines.
Survival of the Spartans is coming up quickly, with this year's competition set for Monday, September 14th on the band practice field. Teams will compete in a series of mini-games, including frisbee golf and tug-of-war. Each team must include 10 students, with 5 boys and 5 girls. Sign-up packets can be picked up beginning next Monday in room A1051 and are due back by 2:45 p.m. on Friday, September 4th.
If you love to travel, it's time to learn about upcoming opportunities available to Homestead students and their families, including seniors. An informational meeting will be held Tuesday, August 25th at 6:30 p.m. in the Gray Box. Bring a parent to get your questions answered and learn how to sign up. For more information, contact Mrs. Bush or Mrs. Brown at the email address shown below.
Several Homestead students earned recognition at the HOSA International Competition in Indianapolis this summer, receiving awards for writing, service, and health promotion.
I've been in HOSA since my sophomore year. I'm a senior now, so since it was founded. The first category I did was the Barbara James Service Award, which was basically I did my own independent service project, which is I wrote a healthcare related book, and I was able to win an award from that for over 250 hours of volunteer service. And I was just interested in that because I knew that this book was something I'd been working on for a long time, and it was nice to receive recognition for it. And the mental health promotion event was something I did with my friend Maxine, and so you may have seen some of our stuff like the Note to Whoever Needs board that is still in the main hallway.
Congratulations to Mahi, Rickon, and Maxine on representing Homestead on the international stage.
This year, a new state law is changing how Indiana schools handle student cell phone use during the school day. restricting devices from the first bell of the day through dismissal.
Reporter Evan Wallet joins us now to take a closer look at why the change was made and what the new bell-to-bell policy means for students here at Homestead.
Indiana lawmakers say the change comes down to focus. Governor Mike Braun said constant distraction affects learning, behavior, attention, and mental health, and framed the new law as a way to get students engaged again. It's part of a bigger trend, too. More than half the states in the country have now passed some kind of phone ban in schools. So what actually counts as a wireless device? It's more than just phones. Homestead's policy covers non-school issued tablets, earbuds, meta glasses, and smartwatches, along with anything else connected to the internet or a cell network. Bell-to-bell means devices have to be off and stored away for the entire school day, not just during class. Violating the rule can lead to confiscation with discipline up to suspension. There are exceptions. A teacher can approve device use for schoolwork, and students with medical needs, IEPs, or translation needs are still covered. Administrators emphasize that this isn't just a local school policy anymore. It's a mandated state law, and compliance is mandatory for all schools across Indiana. Reporting for HHS In-Depth, I'm Evan Wallet.
Thank you for the information, Evan.
Don't go anywhere. More HHS In-Depth is still to come,
including a look at this weekend's weather forecast, as Eli McAllister will join us next in the studio.
Tomorrow, the Homestead Spartans open the 2026 season by welcoming the Westfield Shamrocks at home in Dave Walters Memorial Stadium underneath the Friday night lights. Come out and support your team or catch all the action live right here on the Homestead Media YouTube channel, kicking off at 7 p.m.
Next week on HHS In-Depth, reporter Kason Johnson covers the brand new Homestead Senior Parking Lot. Be sure to catch that story and more right here on HHS In-Depth.
Welcome back to HHS In-Depth. It's time for your weekend weather forecast.
If you were expecting the seemingly endless rain to stay away for our 3-day weekend, you're in luck. For today, you can expect mostly sunny skies with a high of 80 and a low of 58. Looking at tomorrow, the sunny skies keep temperatures about the same. The coldest temperature shouldn't dip below 62, so be sure to make it out to the football team's season opener with kickoff at 7 o'clock and dress for the theme, White Lies. Looking at Saturday, the rain and storms will make scattered appearances throughout the day, but the high remains a comfortable 78, and you can expect the lows in the upper 50s. On Sunday, you can expect partly cloudy skies with a high in the mid-70s and low around 54 degrees.
And Eli, I cannot wait for Friday. It seems like the perfect weather for the football game.
Yeah, I know I'll be out there because it's probably the most perfect weather we've had all year.
Thank you, Eli, for filling us in on this weekend's forecast.
And now it's time for Down to the Wire, as Atticus Dean gets us caught up on all Homestead sports news.
Welcome to the first Down to the Wire of the school year, and as school is back in session, so are fall sports. I'm Atticus Dean. Started things off, Homestead's girls volleyball team had their season and home opener versus Concordia on Monday. The Spartans were in it until the end, but lost in a heartbreaker in the fifth and final set with a set score of 16-18. They will be back in action tonight in Spartan Arena against Leo. Shifting to the pitch, on Monday, Homestead girls soccer team also made their season debut against Leo. The Spartans dominated from start to finish, winning 7-1, making the record 1-0 at the time of this recording. They will be back in action Friday against Crown Point. Staying on the pitch, on Tuesday, our boys soccer team also dominated, shutting out New Haven while also pouring in 10 goals. The Spartans will look to continue their great offensive play tonight against Northrop. In other action, on Tuesday, our girls golf team fell to Warsaw 186-177. The girls will look to bounce back tonight against Carroll. In upcoming Spartan events, the football team kicks off their season tomorrow against Westfield at home. The theme for the game is White Lies, so be sure to show up and show out for the team tomorrow to start off the season strong. No athletes of the week this week, but there is one special announcement. For any girls interested in playing softball, there will be an informational meeting on Wednesday, August 26th at 3 p.m. in the cafeteria annex. If you're unable to attend, please reach out to Coach Mejia at jamej36@gmail.com. That wraps up our first Down to the Wire of the school year. Good luck to all our Spartan athletes in competition this weekend.
You can stay up to date with all Spartan sports by following Homestead Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. Emma and Taylor, back to you.
Thank you, Atticus, and thank you all for watching our show today.
Make sure to follow our socials to keep up with the latest news from Homestead Media.
We look forward to seeing you again next week for another episode of HHS In-Depth.
Enjoy your 3-day weekend, Homestead.